Hey everybody, and thank you very much for attending this November the 12th Magic YouTube Extractor webinar. I just want to start off by doing a quick audio check. Just make sure you can all hear me okay. So if you can you just quickly let me know in the chat box? Fantastic. Thank you very much, Hassan and John and Clint, Esteban. It's fantastic to see you here. I'm really excited about tonight's webinar. William, it's good to see you. Robert too, Fran, John. Yeah, thank you all for turning up. Each and every one of you that's turned up, we've got quite a good turnout tonight, which is always pleasing to see. Lots and lots of people have been asking questions inside the Facebook group. They've been asking questions about how to find local clients, good strategies for contacting local clients, how to price your services. Once you've got your video ranked, how do you find the client? What do you say to the client? How are we tracking stuff? So what I wanted to do on tonight's call is to give you some insights into that side of it. By now, you should know how to use the tool. There's plenty of training videos on that, and you should be finding some keywords and putting videos together. Now this is kind of a case of let's take it to the next step. I have so much knowledge inside my head, and sometimes I just forget to share it in the training videos, so I'll do my best. But please, 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 if you've got any questions, make sure you're getting them asked inside the chat box this evening, because I want to do my best to make sure that as many people as possible leave from this webinar with a clear focus on what they're going to try and do. And what I would like to say to each one of you is, I honestly believe that I can give every single one of you the foundations to be able to walk away from this webinar and go and find yourself a client tomorrow. And the reason why I believe that is it's such a simple method that works, and it works incredibly well, that the only reason it wouldn't happen is because you didn't take some action. There's no other foreseen reason why, if you don't do what I tell you to do, you wouldn't pick up a client if you tried to get one, based on what I'm about to explain to you. So I'm just going to quickly have a quick look just to see if there's any welcome messages, etc. come through. Okay, you say you can't, sorry about this, you guys are saying you can't see anything. I'm just going to start. Let me know if you can see my screen now. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, I just didn't start the screen sharing because I didn't have anything to show you apart from my desktop, just while I was talking away there. Yeah, it's just my Windows screen at the moment. So most of you have been inside the training area and you looked at a piece of software called Video Scribe, or some of you might own Video Maker FX. Some people that I've coached personally one-on-one, I showed a slightly different method for creating videos. And, you know, some people would make excuses like, I can't really do video marketing because it takes me such a long time to get the video made, or I really don't know what I should be saying in the videos. If I say something, am I going to sound dumb? And they're really scared. And I just want to reiterate the fact that when you talk on a YouTube video, there's only one person that will ever think that you sound dumb. And the only person that will think you sound dumb is yourself. Okay? Anybody else listening to you, how many people do you think you've listened to speaking on radios or TVs or in videos where you thought that person sounds really cool? If only I sounded like them, I'd pump out 5,000 videos a week. Let me tell you that when I hear myself back in call recordings, I hate what I sound like. I really, really don't like it at all. Yet, when I create the videos, people would say, other people that listen to them would not think that they sounded so bad, but me personally, I can't stand listening to them. It's really interesting. So create the videos, forget what you sound like. Over time, your confidence will grow, and there's no reason for you to be hiring professional voiceovers. There's no reason for you going that deep. You can do once you find a client, if the client wants to pay you a large amount of money. By all means, invest in something great. But for this finding client strategy, there's absolutely no need to do that. Let me just quickly read some questions here. Okay, fantastic. Eric's is saying he can relate to that. I hate my voice, but people always like my stuff. Ed, I'm not sure what you mean when you say that. Sorry, if you want to just elaborate on that comment, that would help a lot. So basically, in regards to this, I want to show you really quickly. How many of you here, just by posting into the chat box, how many of you own screen capture software? Something like Camtasia or Jing or Snagit or some kind of ScreenFlow, something that you could basically take a screen capture that will record both voice and that will record audio and visual. Me. Okay, fantastic. Because one of the ways that I create quick YouTube videos, and this would be purely for trying to find local clients, and for anybody that doesn't own Camtasia, it's a $400 software, but I'm not here to sell you the software. So what I will say to you is, it comes with a $1 30-day trial. So if you've got a load of keywords that you would like to use, there's nothing wrong with you picking it up, trying it, and then cancelling it before you get billed the $400. Okay? Or you could look at something like Snagit if you want to use it long term. It's Camtasia's like baby sister, and I think that's about $50 to buy, and then you can just own it. So what I would like to show you is a super quick way for pumping these videos out. So I'm just going to start off by heading over to, and as well, Jing is free. You can use Jing. Jing's a little bit more weird because the format that Jing gives you, which is a Shockwave Flash, unfortunately, you can't upload a Jing video directly to YouTube. So you would have to download a Shockwave Flash video converter and convert it to something like Windows Media Player or an AVI file. So if you do Snagit or you do Camtasia, it will automatically output the file in one of those formats that you can upload straight to YouTube. But what I want to do is I just want to start off by going to images.google.com. And let's just say, for example, again, how many of you here, just put a number 1 in the box, if how many of you have got somebody that you, a business that you visit frequently, enough to say that you're on hello terms with the owner of the business? It could be a car mechanic, it could be a dentist, it could be a hairdresser, it might be a restaurant, your kids might have a dance school, your son might have a football coach. How many of you have got something that you could, a local business that, like I say, you might be on first name terms? It could be a gardener, a window cleaner, any type of business where you're on at least hello terms with the owner. Okay, we're getting lots of yeses and lots of ones. Okay, brilliant, sure. Because this is basically one of the things that I started to do. Let's just say, for example, somebody really quickly, the first person that posts this, I'm just going to run with it. Somebody post for me a potential niche of a local business. It could be anything. I just want to just have an idea off the top of my head or off the questions. So, okay, we've got hairdresser. Fran says hairdresser. I'll go with hairdresser. So all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to come into here and just type in hairdresser. And I'm just going to go into Google Images and take a quick look to see what images are available. Now, what's really great about this is if I go over to the far right, there's a little cog icon. I can click on that cog icon and I can do an advanced search. And I can scroll down to the bottom and Google has a usage rights. You can see it here. And I can basically choose an image that is free to use, share or modify, even commercially, and then do an advanced search and see what comes up. Now, this image here is a Creative Commons image uploaded to Wikipedia. And you can see right at the top, it says labeled for reuse with modification. Okay, so I can use that even commercially. And I like that image, so I'm just going to use this one right here. And just bear with me 1 second. Okay. So now that I've got this image that I want to use, the next thing that I'm going to do is just quickly open up my Camtasia, the recorder. And the recorder, the Snagit will work in exactly the same way. What you can do with this is you can select a custom area to record. And what I want to do is just draw a box around this image So that then will become the background image for my video. Okay, is everybody following along? Or do you need any more explanation with that? Just let me know real quick. Is that simple enough so far? Yes, yes, yep. Okay, fantastic. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly go to Google, and I don't have any hairdresser. I've just literally moved into the area, so I don't have a hairdresser to do this with. But let's just pretend I lived in the state of, I don't know, let me get rid of that real quick. Let's just say I lived in Jersey City. I would look for one of these businesses. And I'm just doing this now purely just so I can get a company name, okay? You guys will have a business that you're already dealing with or you already know the name of. But I'm going to use this one right here, Balance Salon. They're in 2nd Street, Jersey City, NJ, okay? So now that I know this information, let me just grab some of this stuff. I'm just going to stick this in a notepad file, because it'll make it easier for me. And I'm just going to move this off the screen. And I can see that they've got 5 Google reviews and they've got 4.5-star ratings. So it looks like a pretty decent company. They could definitely have some SEO work done. They're okay, but they're not amazing. But imagine that this was a company that I actually knew or was at least on high terms with the owner. Okay, remember that fact, because it'll make selling this so much easier for you. Now, I'm just going to quickly go into Camtasia. The recorder, and just quickly get that back. Okay, so let me get Notepad. I'm going to get Notepad so that it's just out of the screen. Remember, it's only going to record this picture right here. So I'm just basically going to say some stuff. Now, what I want to do is shoot a really quick testimonial video for this business. And if it's a business you're already using, be as honest as possible. Why do you love that restaurant? Is it because they do the best shrimp fried rice? Why do you use that mechanic? Is it because he always cleans your car? Is it because he's cheaper than local competitors? Why do you use that hair salon? Do they give you a cup of coffee when you're in there? Think of all of the good points about that business that really makes you use that when compared to any of their competitors. So I don't know this business, so I'm just going to make some stuff up just to demonstrate a point. But it took me 2 minutes to find the image, 30 seconds to upload Camtasia, a few seconds to grab some their personal details, and now I'm going to hit record. And I'm going to ad-lib this because it's going to sound much more natural and less rehearsed, but I'm just going to say something along the lines of, I'll just wait for this to count down from 3 to 1. Hey, this is James here from Jersey City. I just wanted to do a really quick shout out for Balance Salon on 2nd Street, Jersey City. Me and my family have been using this salon for such a long time. They always make us feel so welcome. They're always clean and tidy, and their prices are amazing. If you want to use Balance Salon, you can head over to their website, balancesalonjc.com. I highly recommend it. Or you can give them a call if you like on 201-369-7000. I really hope you like this review. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers. Okay, so that was ad-libbed, and that took me,
Hey, this is James.
I'm just going to pause that, 36 seconds to create something like that, okay? Just answer this really quickly. How many of you would think it would be difficult for you to do something like that? Just to speak naturally into the video and just give your honest opinion about a product or service. Just tell me if yes, that would be easy for you to do, or no, you just don't like that idea at all. Esteban's saying it's not difficult at all. Hector's yes, very easy, yes, yes. Would it be fair to say that you should be able to do at least one of those promotional videos per day? Is there anything that would stop you doing that? So far, it's taken me about 3 minutes of my time to create the video, find the image. And then let me ask you this question. Imagine you own that hair salon and one of your customers who you was on hello terms with but didn't really know that well came into you and said, hey, I really love your business. Therefore, I just shot this for you and uploaded it to YouTube. If you was the business owner, how would that make you feel? I'll tell you how that makes people feel. Eric says appreciated. Hector says great. Esteban says, terrific. There's two things that happens. This is a technique that I use to find local businesses. And let me tell you, John says it would make me think there was a catch. Okay, that's good to point out, because if you was to think there was a catch, two questions you would ask, and they would be, how did you do it and why did you do it? But even if you thought there was a catch, that person's still giving you an opportunity to pitch your products and services. Okay? Much easier to do that than it is to cold call people out of the phone book and say to them, hey, I'm a video marketer, would you be interested in taking my services? Going in there with a video and saying, hey, look at this, pull up Google, type in their company name followed by their city and say, look, I just shot this testimonial video for you. It's just because I love your business. They're going to want to know two things. Why did you do it and how did you do it? And let me tell you, no business owner ever yet has said to me, I'm not happy that you did that. Most business owners come back to me and they're amazed by it. Like, wow, you know, it's like every business owner wants to hear great things about their business, and that's exactly what you're doing for them. And it's a free review for them. So here's the great thing about this. Imagine that you show that to the local business owner, and bearing in mind it's taken 3 minutes of your time. Okay, we're not talking a massive amount of time here. You're going to upload it to YouTube. You're going to put their company name and their state in there. You're going to put their company name and their state. Optimize the video as I showed you to optimize it in the training videos. And you're going to stick a link back to their website. Okay, and you're going to do all of that, and it's going to take you 10 minutes of your time. If you take that into that owner, and the owner looks at it and says, thank you very much, I really appreciate it, and the conversation goes no further, well, guess what? Somebody that you actually like using their business, you've just done a good thing for them. I believe that karma goes a long way. You do nice things for people, somebody else might see that video in a couple of months' time and say, hey, who created that video for you? And your hairdresser will say, oh, it was that guy down there. And they say, oh, well, I'm actually looking for a video. Can they do one for me? So you don't know where it could lead if you're doing just these quick testimonial videos for real businesses. That's point one. Okay? That worst case scenario is the client says, thank you very much, and it goes nowhere. You just made their day. It made them smile, which in turn made you smile. A better case scenario is the client turns around to you and says, how did you do it and why did you do it? And you can say to the client, why I did it is because nobody loves your business more than I do. I really appreciate the service levels you put in. It's a fantastic business, and I just wanted to give some appreciation. How did I do it? I'm actually an internet marketer and a video marketer, so I did it, you know, this is something that I do for a job. When I do this with people, it's amazing the sort of feedback that I get back. People would say things to me like, hey, I've been meaning to get a website for a little while, but I'm not really sure how to do it. Can you build me a website? Or, hey, is there anything we can do with other videos? Maybe the person you're showing is a little bit more clued up into marketing, and they've already got some videos, they don't know how to rank them. I've had people say to me, oh, I'm on Facebook, but nobody can really find me. Is there anything that you can do with me? Okay, so as a foot in the door strategy, worst case scenario, I'm making people happy. Best case scenario, I'm picking up new clients. Is this making sense so far? So I said to you at the start, if you was to follow this strategy, there's no reason why you couldn't pick up a client. And I actually want to challenge some of you. I know most of you won't be able to do this because you've got work commitments or you've got family commitments, etc. But I would really appreciate it if some of you can try this this evening. Create a quick video for a business you like. Maybe your brother's got a plumbing business. Maybe your cousin's got some, I don't know, some other landscaping business. Maybe your next door neighbour has got a cement mixing business. Most of us are going to know a business owner. Shoot a quick testimonial video and let them have a look at it and post in the Facebook group what the outcome of them looking at the video was. Did they get angry with you? Were they happy with you? I'd really appreciate that, because it's sometimes I have these ideas in my head and I'm pushing them myself, but I'd like to see what happens when the masses try it. Are you going to get the same results? I'm 100% confident of this, but I want to do this publicly because it's nice for me to get feedback when I'm coaching you on stuff, to know exactly what's working for you and who's taking action. So if you do, I'd really appreciate if you could try, because it'll be amazing to see some of you guys, what the feedback is coming back from that. Okay. Are you putting on your own channel or are you creating a new one? Great question, Fran. You can put these on your own channel. I have multiple channels. You can put them on your own channel because it's just a testimonial video in the name of their business and the name of their business and their state. So it can just go on there. It's a nice testimonial video that you did for somebody. You wouldn't really want to put it on their own channel because you can't put it on their own channel because you're doing this and then telling them what you've done, not preempting them. You're going in there and saying, hey, surprise, look what I just did for you. So put it on your own channel first. If they decide to take that and they're really happy with it, let me tell you two things. A lot of people, first of all, say it's misleading ranking a business for their company name and their state because nobody searches for company name and state. And I'll tell you straight away, you only have to think back to how you search Google to know that that's not true. Okay, people definitely search for business names and states in Google. Let's say, for example, you had a really nice takeout and you threw away the flyer and you thought, hey, the takeout was amazing, but I've forgotten what the telephone number was. I'll jump on Google quickly, and what are you going to search for? You're going to search for the company name and the state, or the company name and the town. Maybe you need to get in contact with your hairdressers and you haven't got a cell phone number. Are you going to go to Google and type in hair salon followed by the town? No, you're going to type in her name to find it. Okay? Somebody might recommend to you. This is another thing that I try to explain as well, is that let's say, for example, my car had broken down and I needed a car mechanic. I asked the guy that lived across the road from me, who's good round here to fix cars? And let's just say he said to me, Joe's Autos. I said, have you got the telephone number? And he said, no. I'm going to go to Google and I'm going to type in Joe's Autos followed by the town that I live in. Imagine if I went there and there was a YouTube video in the #1 position with a telephone number that said, watch this first. So I watch it and there's somebody in there saying, hey, if you're thinking of using Joe, I can't recommend it highly enough. This guy is amazing. Definitely use him. Free oil changes. He's great. Now, the guy across the road told me, somebody on YouTube's told me, Joe is 100% going to get my business. Does that make sense, everybody? Okay, fantastic. Okay, fantastic. Okay, great. What I'm going to do just for 1 second is I'm just going to quickly scroll back because a few people are asking questions. And if you ask any questions and I don't get round to answering them, just post them again. It makes it a little bit difficult when you're doing the webinar on your own and you're talking and sharing screens and trying to watch for questions, etc. So just bear with me 1 second. Are you putting your own channel or are you creating a new one? I think I answered that one. You can do either. You still seeing success making new channel and using keyword optimized channel name? Okay, this is a catch-22 situation when it comes to YouTube marketing. Some videos will rank incredibly quickly in YouTube and others won't. And I think that one of the reasons for that is down to the channel authority itself. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly open up a notepad file. And just explain this to you. Imagine you've got a channel which has 10 videos on it, and each video has an average of 200 views, and each video has an average of 10 likes, and the channel's got 50 subscribers, and combined there's 25 comments. If you upload a new video to that channel, it's already piggybacking off of the back of all of the authority that you've already created before from people looking at or watching your other videos and comments and subscribers, and your video will get a natural ranking boost as a result, because just like if you was to create a new post on an established blog, it would rank better than creating a brand new blog with a brand new post on it. Is that making sense, everybody? So far, are you following along with that? Let me just quickly check to make sure that everybody's... Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so here's the catch-22 that you face. If you put too many videos on a channel and your channel gets shut down, you lose a huge amount of work. You know, if you had 100 videos, you decided to buy some Fiverr gigs, you did something a little bit silly, to lose 100 videos is a bad idea. Okay, it would be upsetting. So the catch-22 is, if you create a new channel, you're starting from scratch again with channel authority. So there has to kind of be a bit of a sweet spot between, do I upload a video to an existing channel and take the risk of if it gets shut down, I'm going to lose more? Or do I create a brand new channel and the risk is that I'm starting from scratch, therefore ranking might be a tiny bit harder? So that question really is going to be a matter of personal preference. I never like to have more than between 20 and 30 videos on any channel, and I try and theme my channels. So for example, if I decided I was going to target dentists, I would put the keyword in the channel name and I would set a custom URL for the channel. And I might have 10, 15, 20, 30 different dentist related videos on that channel, and try and keep it niche specific like that. One of the other reasons why it would be beneficial to do that is if you were to build backlinks to the channel URL, you could have some of those backlinks to be themed around dental keywords. So you can build more authority, niche specific. And if you wanted to take it one step further, you could also create a Facebook page, a Google Plus page, a Twitter page, a LinkedIn page to make that then look like a brand rather than just a standalone YouTube channel. Is that making sense? Let me just see if everybody's following along with us. Everybody following along? Good point. The videos I take on my channel rank faster. That's what Eric says. I'm not 100% certain what that means, Eric. You're missing a couple of letters from that. So, yeah, sorry about that. Hang on a second. I've got some more stuff coming in. Yes, yes, crystal clear, niche channels, and occasionally review videos on my own channel. Okay, so you see, that's the deal with it. If you also, the other problem that you've got, if you was to upload videos to a client's channel and you was renting that video to a client and the client decided they didn't want to pay you anymore, what can you do about it? Okay, you can log into their channel and you can start deleting their stuff, but maybe you'll find yourself in some hot water for doing that, because they can say you had unrestricted access to their account, or you managed to get into their account without their permission or whatever. If you had it on your own channel, first of all, you're going to be building authority to your own channel, so any new videos you upload are going to benefit from those views, those likes, those subscribers, those backlinks. But second of all, if the client decided to stop paying you, you can maybe take the video down, or you can list it as private, or you can stop it from ranking for the time being, and then see if the client wants to restart paying you again. You've got much more control over it. But ultimately speaking, for every view, every like, every comment, every subscriber, every share that video gets, it doesn't just directly affect that one video, it affects the whole channel. Okay? So having backlinks to the channel URL, having the channel URL shared on Facebook, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on Google+, using tools like Magic Submitter to build links directly to the channel URL, because you're building up the channel's authority, that'll filter through to all of your videos on that channel too. Okay? Everybody following along with that? Let me just quickly check. And has anybody got any questions in regards to that? John says, I have a client locksmith guy that doesn't want any duplicates around the internet. He wanted them on his own channel. If he wants them on his own channel, you've got a client, and it's the difference between making some money and not making any money. I would say don't argue with the client. If he's insisting it has to be on his channel and he wants to pay you, take his money and get paid. Okay, if you argue with him, you might end up losing the client, and that's not good. Okay, we should be working with clients on our terms rather than their terms. But if it's an isolated incident like that, and it's the difference between getting paid or not, upload it to his channel. What you could do if you had an authority channel, though, is you could say, look, if I do it on your video, on your channel, it's actually going to take me a little bit longer to rank it because you don't have the same authority that my one does. So it makes more sense for me to host it myself on one of my channels. You're going to get quicker rankings as a result. And ultimately, quicker rankings means more profit in your pocket. If you pitch it like that, he might change his mind. Okay? So, the next question would be, you've got a client, and the client's seen this testimonial video. They're really happy with it. What next? Well, the next thing for you to do would be to try and find some actual keywords for that client to rank videos for. And let me just explain this to you, because this is something new that I've just been experimenting with. Whenever we look for local keywords for clients, we never think outside of what can I do for that client to get that client a lead. Okay, that would be a fair statement. A client's paying you $200 a month or $500 a month or whatever they're paying. They want their phone to ring. What I've started saying to clients, though, is I'm not just going to target keywords which can make their phones ring. I'm also going to target keywords which is going to build up their social following. So, for example, if it was a hairdresser in New York City or New Jersey, there might only be 2 or 3 keywords that I could target for their business that make sense to get leads. However, that client might put together some sort of course, or I might put together some sort of PDF for people that are looking for hairstyling tips. And then what I could do is I could put, say on those videos, hairstyling tips, sign up to our mailing list and we'll send you a free PDF or a free newsletter or whatever. You get people on your list, or, you know, like us on Facebook and we'll send it to you, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. Manipulate people in that respect so you can build up a social following, so that when you put new videos up, you've already got 50 subscribers on the channel. A handful of those are going to watch that. And as a result of that, your videos are going to organically start picking up likes, views, subscribers for your channel. Is that making sense, everybody? Or do you want me to speak about that a little bit more? Makes sense. Good. Okay, cool. Because, for example, here's a perfect example. Magic Submitter Tutorials is my one-on-one coaching that I offer for Magic Submitter users. And there's only a handful of keywords that I can directly target for people looking for Magic Submitter Tutorials. Okay, Magic Submitter Training, Magic Submitter Tutorials, Magic Submitter Coaching, etc. However, think of how many other keywords there are where I could give value to people. How to create a blog. How to use spinning software. There's so many different ones where I could give them a quick tidbit of information in exchange for them liking my Facebook page or following me on Twitter or recommending me on LinkedIn, that I'm building my brand even though I'm not actually getting inquiries. And that brand presence is extremely valuable, because then if I was to put up another video, and I was to say to everybody on my Facebook page, hey, watch this, and I've got 1,000 people, real people that like my Facebook page, they are going to watch it, my views are going to go through the roof, real people are going to like it, real people are going to connect with it, and then I can make money off that new thing. So don't forget the power of all of the people that your clients can help, but not necessarily make their phones ring. It's all about building up their social presence instead. Are you all 100% following that? Jeanette says, sounds like a cup of tea clinking. That definitely was a cup of tea, a cup of Yorkshire's finest. On these webinars, because usually when I do them with David Sprague, I get to have like a couple of minutes of not talking because he can answer questions or backwards and forwards. But when it's on my own, I have 3 seconds to read a question and then just talk non-stop for an hour. I end up getting a little bit hoarse. So just so that I don't start sounding like I'm about 140, I'll just have a quick sip of my cup of tea. Okay, how much luck are you having with ranking videos that are niche general, like hairdresser, my town? Niche general, lots of success. It's really not very difficult because what you'll find is, in a lot of cases, the competition's really low. And if you've got a reasonably decent authority channel, a lot of people that pick up this tool when they're starting off, and this is something I didn't foresee when I first developed this strategy. So, but what happens is, a lot of people might have never done YouTube before, or they might have had one video on there and that video's never got any authority. So when they're starting out from scratch and they're putting these videos on there, they see some people saying, I just uploaded this video and it went straight to page 1. And they see other people saying, well, I uploaded a zero competition one and I can't find it yet. And it might just be the difference between one of them's got a couple more videos on their channel that have got views and the other one hasn't got anything at all. And they're starting from scratch. And therefore, they're just starting from a little bit harder situation. Okay, so we now face the problem of, how are we going to get views? How are we going to get likes? How are we going to get subscribers, etc.? I highly 100% recommend that you do not, and I'll just say that again, do not buy Fiverr gigs for ranking YouTube videos. Lots of people talk about it, but I'll just publicly say this. I ordered a Fiverr gig for something last week just to test it, to see whether it's still working better than Magic Submitter or not. I ordered 500 bookmarks and the guy delivered me 15,000 of them that were all exact match anchor text. And it's not what I paid for. It's not what I asked for. Okay, I can ask him for a $5 refund. I'm not really going to ask him for the $5 refund. But the problem is, that's really bad. It wasn't 500. He delivered 15,000. I can get a refund, but can I ask him to go and delete 15,000 backlinks he's just created? It's not going to happen. I've now put myself in the spot of bother with that one particular thing. It's something that I make these mistakes so that I can tell you guys, or I like testing so I can tell you guys. If it's a mistake, I'll tell you don't do it. If it's great, I'll tell you to do it. I'd never hear good stories anymore of Fiverr gigs working for anything spectacular related to link building or etc. So from my honest opinion, stay away from anything like that. You can get views, you can get likes, you can get subscribers. I'm really pleased to tell you that VAGX, I'm just going to write it in here, VAGEX.com. It's free to create an account. There's 49 of you on the webinar at the moment. They have limited numbers and they don't open registrations for very long. If I was you, even if you don't plan on using it today, get there right now and create an account, because people that have been trying for 3 months, 6 months, 12 months to get into here, and registration's usually locked, and they've opened it. So, VAGX.com. This is what VAGX does. There's 2 ways that you can use it. You can either install a piece of software onto your computer that will watch YouTube videos for you. And for every YouTube video you watch, it will generate you 1 credit. And you can then use those credits to get views, likes, or subscribes for your own videos. Or alternatively, you can just buy credits. I think you can buy 10,000 credits for about $10. And then you can use those credits to get your YouTube videos watched, liked, and subscribed. But because all of these people have got the software on their computer, it's not one guy on Fiverr running some tool that quickly refreshes the page 500 times and gives you 500 views. This is real people from different IP locations around the world, software loading your video and playing it from start to finish. So, if you sign up to these guys, it's really, really natural. I've never had any videos penalized as a result. It's very cheap. And what I recommend doing with this, once you've uploaded your video, before start sharing it socially, but as you're sharing it socially and doing those other little tricks, you should be assigning 100, 200, 300 views to that video. Then it looks like it's being shared socially. People are watching it. People are commenting on it. People are subscribing to it. Excuse me. And the formula that I use with these guys, you have to have ads turned off on your videos. The formula that I use is for every 30 seconds long my video is, I allocate 300 credits. Okay? So if my video is 2 minutes long, that's 4 lots of 30 seconds. So I would allocate to that video 1,200 credits. And that means that that video would get watched from start to finish 300 times. But it won't quite be 300 times because it will pick up maybe 4 or 5 likes, which cost credits, and it might pick up a couple of subscribers. The site is on my page here. It's Vagex, VAGEX.com. Membership's very limited. It's free to sign up. But like I said, if one video, 300 views, is costing me 1,200 credits, and I can buy, I can't remember how many credits it is, it's been a long time, but if I can buy 10,000 credits for $10, it's costing me like $1 to promote one video. It's not expensive at all, okay? And it's laser targeted. You can specify how many views you want per day, etc. I never let my videos go over 300 views in a day because if it goes over 300 views, you might have seen this before, the YouTube video counter can get stuck on 301, and I don't like that happening. I'd much rather it stayed under the 300 threshold. Okay? Any questions on that? John, you ask how much is it? Hopefully that makes sense for you. How does that 301 go away? That's something that there don't seem to be any real kind of time frame on that. Basically, what I think the 301 is, from what I've read, you can Google like the 301, and I have in the past. My understanding of it is that it gets stuck on 301 while YouTube verifies that the views are real, and then once it's verified that those views are real, it will start counting again. But how long it takes that process to do that, I've had videos stuck on 301 for a couple of weeks before, and I've had videos stuck on like get to 301 and just keep going. So it's really difficult to say, but to avoid that from happening, just don't let it go over 300 views. Use Vagex until it gets to 300 views. Now think about it like this. You upload 10 videos, you run Vagex on each one of those 10 videos, and you get 300 views for each of them. Your channel's now got 3,000 views. Your channel's now got 10, 20 likes spread across your videos. You're going to end up with 30 or 40 subscribers. All of a sudden, you're starting to build an authority channel. As you start uploading new videos using the zero competition method, they're automatically going to start off ranking better because your channel's now building authority. And that's probably as well one of the reasons why, when I said I built 100 videos in 3 months, lots of those videos were going on the same channels. So I ended up with channels with 50 and 60 videos on them. As a result of that, there's this, it didn't start off like that. It started off as a new channel. But by the time it got to 50 or 60 videos, all of them were naturally ranking higher in Google. Because imagine if every single one of them had 300, 400, 500 views, every single one of them had a handful of subscribers, a handful of likes. And it's not that expensive to do. If it's costing you $1 per video and you've got 50 videos, it's $50 in views, likes, and subscribes to build a monster channel. Okay? It's not expensive. It's actually really cheap compared to other forms of marketing. Is everybody following? Okay, it says you just allocate and leave on. No. Okay. If you're gonna sign up to Vagex, please don't turn on auto allocate. Terry, it's on my screen. If you can see my screen, Vagex is spelled V-A-G-E-X. Now, if you're going to use something like Vagex, make sure when it says, would you like to auto-allocate, turn that off. Otherwise, you'll go to bed, you'll wake up in the morning, you'll be stuck on 301. It would have eaten through 10,000 credits, and it won't have done you any good. So make sure auto-allocate is turned off. You don't want to go over 300 credits. And then what you might do in a month or two's time is you might go back and order some more, because it will eventually go over 301 naturally. And once it passes the 301 mark, you can start adding more views if you wish to. Remember though, in local marketing, it wouldn't make sense for a video to have 20,000 views for a keyword that gets searched in Google 300 times a month. The video's a couple of weeks old. There's only 300 people searching for it. How can it possibly have 20,000 views when at this point, nobody's ever linked to it and it's not appeared on any of the social media sites? You don't want it to look weird. So share it socially, get some views, likes and subscribes to it. And then once you've done that, if you want to, you can start backlinking with a tool like Magic Submitter. Now it looks like the video's got views, people have watched it, people have commented on it, people have subscribed to it, the links look much more natural, you're building authority to the channel. Don't forget you're also using Magic Submitter to build links to the actual URL of the video, of the channel itself, making sure that you get views, likes and subscribes to the channel itself. And then also what you can do is go to Fiverr. Again, this one's a little bit more difficult as to just how much value this is going to offer, okay? The jury's still out there for me, but you can definitely, if you think there's something that needs to take you over the edge, you can look at social signals. Type into Fiverr social signals, and you might see somebody says, I'll give you 25 Facebook likes, 8 Google Plus ones, and 30 Twitter tweets. Okay? If you see something like that and your video's struggling somewhat, you give them the URL and they'll do that stuff for you. So you might give them your YouTube video URL and then they'll share that on YouTube, on Facebook, 25 times if it's shares. They'll plus one it 8 times from 8 different accounts and tweet about it 30 times. Okay? Again, that'll just give you a little bit. But again, please understand, we don't want to be getting 5,000 tweets and 17,000 Facebook fans. Keep everything under the radar. A little bit of everything and not a lot of anything in particular is going to look so much more natural and give you so much greater power than having 0 backlinks and 50 million Facebook fans or 50 million backlinks and only 2 Twitter followers. It's really unnatural to do that. So just try and a little bit of everything. As it's being watched, it's picking up some social signals, people are commenting on it, some links start trickling in from Magic Submitter. Everything looks like it's going viral, but at a really slow pace. Okay, is this making sense? Any questions on that? Let me just quickly check to see if you're all following along. Fran says no. Fran, sorry, James, I can't seem to turn off auto-allocate. There should just be a checkbox there that you can just click that just says turn off. I think you have to make sure, you have to check the other box first to say that your ads are disabled before it'll let you turn auto-allocate on or off. Okay. Okay, fantastic. Okay, now in regards to what do you charge your local clients? So there's that hairdressing client. I've shot her a testimonial video. She's really happy with it. Now I need to think about creating her something. So I head to Google and I realize that hair salon in New Jersey gets 300 searches a month on Google, for example. Okay, brilliant. I want that keyword. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to head to Twilio.com. I'm going to go to Twilio.com and I'm going to buy a tracking telephone number from Twilio. I'm going to write here Twilio.com. Twilio sells tracking telephone numbers for $1 per month per tracking number that you buy. You literally log in. I won't do that because I've got lots of client telephone numbers in there for local businesses. So I'd rather, it would only take somebody to Google those telephone numbers and find all my clients. So what I'll do is just talk to you about it like this. Twilio.com. When you log into the site, you sign up and it's like $1 for a phone number. And the great thing about this is they support multiple countries. Okay, so if you're in any of the South American states, or if you're in any of the European countries, unless the actual country has got a law against it, like Germany, you can't use tracking telephone numbers. But think about this, just to digress for 1 second. How many people do you think are trying to rank videos in Google.France or Google.Spain or Google.Mexico or Google.Colombia? Any of those search engines where there's foreign keywords, you can buy a foreign tracking telephone number and you could sell leads to a plumber in Norway or Sweden or France or France or Italy or any of these countries, Peru, Colombia. As long as Twilio can give you a tracking telephone number for that country, you could maybe go to somewhere like Odesk. You could get a video shot and find somebody that speaks that language to shoot the video for you. Exactly like I did, testimonial video. Get them to shoot it in their own language, put a tracking telephone number on it. The possibilities with YouTube Xtractor, I found out the other day it supports Chinese, Romanian, Russian. I didn't know this before, but it supports all these different languages. So these different character sets other than English, Western, I should say. So yeah, the possibilities got even huger because that can also work with affiliate marketing, network marketing keywords, local marketing keywords. Okay, you might have 5,000 people all competing after the keyword internet marketing in Google.com, but how many people are going to be competing for that keyword if it was written in Spanish? Affiliate marketing, but the Spanish version of it. And you might find that there's still quite a high search volume, but nobody's going after it because everybody tries ranking in Google.com. Okay? Is that making sense, everybody? Just as a little sideline thing there. Foreign companies have no competition. It's great. I'm in Germany. What did you say about Germany? Tracking telephone numbers in Germany. I coached somebody before that was in Germany, and when they tried buying a telephone number through Twilio, Twilio wasn't supported in Germany because it's against Germany's, you're not allowed to record telephone calls or track telephone. There's something about the German telephone law that stops Twilio from being able to offer services in Germany. Brazil is like that. Okay, cool. Hector, you say that, but not really. Because it might not be so good in Germany. Hector's like, oh, that's no good. But basically, there might be other German-speaking countries around you, Austria, Switzerland, etc. So you can still speak your native language and still create them in German, but, offer them to neighbouring countries where the phone support is accepted. Okay? Okay. Lots of people are asking me about the suggested settings for baguettes. What I'm going to do is I'll shoot a video at the end of this webinar because I don't want to get sidetracked too much. I've already gone way off course. At the end of this webinar, I'll shoot a quick video and I'll upload it to the Facebook group. So don't forget, guys, facebook.com/magic YouTube Xtractor. The Xtractor doesn't have an E at the start of it. It's Magic YouTube with an E. And then it goes straight into the letter X for Xtractor. Okay? So facebook.com/groups/Magic YouTube Xtractor. If you're not already in the Facebook group, get in there because I'll be posting the video about the settings for the baguettes in there once this is done. Somebody please remind me where I was going before I went off on a tangent. Somebody just post in there real quick. Let me just look at my notes here. Oh, yeah, you can go to Twilio.com. I've got it. You can go to Twilio. They do support multiple countries. That's what set me off on a tangent. But it's $1 for their phone number. And basically, you can tell VagX what area code you want. So, for example, I can't remember off of the top of my head, but 201 is Jersey City. So I could in VagX, in Twilio, I could search for 201, and I will see if they've got any numbers available to me to rent for $1 a month in that area. There's a lot of numbers though, like there's a lot of areas in the US that support different dialing codes. So it might be 201 or it might be the alternative. I'm not sure what that is off the top of my head. I did know, but I've forgotten. I actually can't remember. It was 4 something, I believe, but I can't remember it. Or 7447. But anyway, so check a couple of different versions of the tracking the area code, and that should come up for you. Once you own that number, you can then put that telephone number in the YouTube video URL in the title. So I might say Hair Salon Jersey City with the tracking telephone number in the title. And the reason for doing that is, here's a couple of interesting stats for you. And this is spread across multiple niches. The average amount of phone calls we seem to get from a video that ranks #1 in Google, or sorry, between #1 and #3, so it's above the fold. The average number of phone calls we seem to get is between 2% and 4% of the monthly search volume per month. And when I say phone calls, you get more phone calls than that, because you'll get phone calls from marketing companies, from the FDA, like all these different places that, you know, these call alerts, etc., marketing companies, and you'll also get people that have rang the wrong number, etc. But 2 to 4% of the monthly search volume per month should make a sale. Okay, so if it's a hair salon, 2% to 4% will actually book in and make an actual appointment. And we've tried it with lawyers, dentists, doctors. That seems to stand up. Okay, so here's the thing. If you try and rank #1 for something that gets 100 searches a month, that video on average is only going to generate between 2 and 4 calls maximum for being in the #1 position. That's not going to set the world alight unless you're trying to sell super yachts or like the Airbus A380, where it's multi-million-dollar commissions. Okay, a hairdresser is not going to want to pay you any significant amount of money for you to get her two bookings a month. Maybe she's only charging $25, $30 a haircut. Times that by 2, and it's not, you know, how much is she can't afford to pay you? A couple of $100 a month if she's only making 60 or 70. So the formula that I like to use is minimum 200 searches a month. Okay, because then even if it's only 2%, they're still going to be picking up a call a week. And if it goes up to 4%, they'll be picking up a couple of phone calls a week. Okay. Like I said, if this one got 300 searches a month, I would reckon that she would get somewhere between 6 and 12 phone calls per month. Okay? It's starting to look okay now, a little bit more respectable. An extra 12 phone calls of people that want to book to make an appointment, that's great. It's a low-ticket item. Okay? Maybe she's making $30 for each one and she does 12 bookings. She's made an extra $360. So it's a low-ticket item. However, you have to remember the lifetime value of that client. Maybe that client's going to be really happy with the service and go back and use her another 10 times. So it was $360 for the first month that she's made, but she might continue making that and she might end up making $3,600 from those 12 calls. Okay? So you can always ask your clients, what's the lifetime value of your customer? Maybe it's a company that's building conservatories, sunrooms, orangeries, whatever you want to call them, the glass things that go on the back of the house. That's not a lifetime customer. Once it's built, it's staying there forever. They're not going to keep coming back time and time and time again for the same conservatory. Okay? However, it's a much higher ticket item, $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. Okay, so to work out pricing, you've basically got 3 different models that you can approach. Number one is work out the lifetime value and cut a deal. Okay, you've got 3,600 you're going to make from them 12 phone calls. I want a percentage of that, and you could work on a percentage basis, or based on that you can say, okay, I'm going to rent this video to you for $360 per month because that's what I recommend. That's what I believe you're going to make in month 1 from doing these customers. However, month 2, month 3, month 4, month 5, you're going to be getting that recurring income coming in, whereas I'm not going to be billing you for that. I'm only going to be billing you for the new ones at the $360 each month. Your revenue is going to keep increasing. Mine's going to stay at the same rate every month. Does that make sense? You can do it on that basis if you wanted to. Can anybody, is anybody still there? Can you all still hear me? Yes, got it. Okay. So that's one way that you can do it. Another way that you can do it, one method is to cut a deal. Another way that you can do this would be, imagine it's 300 searches a month, and you go to Google AdWords keyword tool, and you notice that AdWords is charging $5 per click. Okay, I'm not sure what they're charging, but let's just say, for argument's sake, it's $5 per click to be ranked number 1. Okay, so if this person was number 1, 300 searches a month, we know statistically speaking, if they was number 1 organically, they would pick up about 35% of those 300 clients would watch the video or visit their business, visit their webpage every month. That's what Google would charge them on. If they were paying $5 per ad and they was in the number 1 position organically for something that got 300 searches, it would be 35% of 300 searches. That would be how many clicks that they would get. So 300 times 35% equals 105 clicks, 105. If they was buying 105 clicks a month from Google at $5 a click, it would be costing them $525 a month in advertising with Google. Okay, just for clicks to their website. Just for clicks to their website, not even for a guaranteed phone call. That's just for potentially maybe getting something. So if your client's already working on AdWords, or your client's thinking of doing AdWords, you've got a great case in point to say to them, here's the numbers, that's what you would be paying Google for the same traffic. How about we do a deal? 300 searches a month, you're a hairdresser. I'm not going to charge you as much as Google would. Let's say, just for argument's sake, I'm going to charge you half of that so that you're getting a really, really good deal today. Okay? Now, if I had said to you at the start of the call, you can go and charge a hairdresser $300 a month for a video, most of you might have been like, oh, I'm a bit scared of that. I don't know whether I can do that. But now that you see the numbers played out like this, if it was $5 a click and you got 300 searches a month, can you see how this would be totally fair to warrant charging the client for that money, that money each month? The more search volume, the higher cost per click. You can show them the maths, show them that you're saving them money on based on what they would be paying to Google, and then just charge them fairly based on that. Anyone got any questions on that? No questions on that. Can we get a replay of the webinar? Yes, there will be a replay of this webinar. But supposing the video does not show up on Google, you wouldn't start charging them on that basis until it was ranked. You can't be charging them per click for something or on an average per click if it doesn't rank at all. Okay? If it's not there, they're not going to keep paying you for it. You would use a different model then. The model that you would use is, I'm going to use my expertise to try and rank this video, and this is my monthly charge for trying to rank a video, rather than, I've got a video ranked, do you want to buy the course? So, based on that, the next way that you could do this is work out the deal with the client based on the value of the leads. Okay, now this one's a little bit different. Imagine you've gone in and you've spoken to your hairdresser and you've told them that you've created them this video. Now that they're interested and they say, that's amazing, you could follow up by saying, I'm a video marketer and I specialize in creating videos. I've got a video ranked in Google. That's obviously if you have. If you haven't got a video ranked in Google, you could say to them, I'm going to try and rank you for something that does get 500 searches a month or 300 searches a month. And what my plan is for us both to make money together as a result of me doing that. What I would propose to do is to send you the first 5 or 10 calls for free. Ultimately, like in your own head, you know you're not getting paid on them anyway. I'll send you the first 5 or 10 for free. But once you've had those, I'm going to listen to the recordings of those calls. Then we're going to sit down and work out how much you made from those customers and what profit share we're going to do on that. It's a no-brainer for a business. They can already see that you rank a video. Now you've ranked a video and you're promising them free leads in exchange for the fact that if they like those leads, they're then going to start paying you for them. Can you understand why people would be mad to say, no, I don't want that? It just doesn't make any sense from a business point of view. And you're not doing it cold calling. This is something you're doing face-to-face. Take 5 leads. Let's build up some trust. And here's the great thing about it. Let's say they took 10 leads off you. You listened to the recordings. You knew they was great. And the company blew you off for whatever reason. It's still not all lost because now you've got true stats that you can present to another business. I created this video. It's ranked #1. It got 10 phone calls last month. 6 people booked in for a cut and colour. Would you be interested in taking these moving forwards? If so, this is my price. Okay, is that making sense, everybody? Even when something doesn't work out, I never look at it as a negative. I always look at it as I've gained some insight, I've learned some additional statistics and data, and I can take that moving forwards, and it's only going to make me close my next pitch even stronger still. Let me just ask if you've got any questions in regards to this. I'm just going to quickly open up. And we're going to pretty much get to the end of the webinar quite soon. I've already done 8 hours of coaching today, so I'm a bit knackered. But let me just quickly check. Any questions? If you've got any questions, please post them in the chat box. So what if we say 1, 2, or 3? I see you have 35%. That's the #1 spot. But I can give her a bid for hitting all top 3 spots, correct? It's not very often, John, you would say 3 YouTube videos ranked 1, 2, and 3 in Google for a local marketing keyword. You might see 1, maybe 2. 3, probably not, because maps start getting in the way, or local citation sites. But definitely, what we found is if a video ranks #1 or it ranks #2 or it ranks #3, because it's above the fold, and for those of you who are not familiar with that term, above the fold is basically the text that you see when you do a Google search without having to scroll down. It's the listings that appear before your page comes to an end and you have to scroll down. That's above the fold. If a video appears in position 1, 2, or 3, that 35% or 2 to 4% phone calls rings true because people's eyes are focused on that video more than they are the other 2 listings. It's almost like the other 2 listings disappear. So it doesn't matter if it's 1, 2, or 3, 2% to 4% phone calls each month works. Anybody got any other questions at all? Robert, YouTube marketing costs about 5 cents a view. Integrates with AdWords. It works well. Have you tried it? No, I haven't actually, Robert. I've never looked to do YouTube advertising. It's definitely, so somebody else was actually talking to me about buying ads on YouTube, and it's really interesting you should say that because I swear blind not to buy fake Facebook likes or fans for my page. I always run a small advertising campaign on Facebook where possible, if budget permits, because real fans on your Facebook page are miles better than fake fans. Google AdWords for YouTube, I'm not too sure. I was speaking to a client just yesterday. They had 27,000 views on one of their YouTube videos, and it did absolutely nothing for them, and it cost them a fair amount of money in Google advertising. So I'm not 100% sure in regards to that. Maybe their ad was weak, maybe their video was weak. I'm really not sure. However, that's a lot of views. And when I looked at it, they didn't have any likes, they didn't have any subscribers. Their views just cost them a boatload of money, and it was 27,000 of them. And that was YouTube marketing that did that. So actually buying ads from AdWords. So I don't know, I'm a little bit skeptical. 27,000 views, no subscribers, no comments, no likes. That doesn't sound like quality traffic in my opinion. But, you know, it definitely could be something that gets tested. So I'll look at it myself. Just when I saw that, it made me a little bit nervous. The videos where people run ads and show beginners how to make websites make a lot of affiliate hosting commissions from what I saw. I was thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, by all means, run ads on your videos, monetize your videos if you want to. Remember, if you're going to use Bagex, you have to turn the ads off because it's against their terms of service. If you want to monetize your own channels, create videos related to stuff like how to make money blogging, anything like that gets zero competition. Shoot a quick 30, like, I don't know, a 2-minute, 5-minute video tutorial and stick ads in there. That's fine. I think what Robert was saying was using YouTube marketing to generate views, i.e. paying Google AdWords to send traffic straight to your YouTube video. And that, like I said, I saw 27,000 views. Nobody that was sent stopped to watch the, to comment on the video or to subscribe to the channel. In my opinion, that was really bad traffic that Google sent. So, different. Make money by monetizing your own videos, one thing. Paying to get your videos advertised on AdSense or AdWords, no, it's something completely different. Let me just quickly check here. I have a client or two that says, so we are on the video search, so what about the web search? Yeah, John, as I've been explaining all cool, build up the authority of your channel, run magic submitter campaigns to your channel URL, share it on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, the actual channel URL, not just the videos. Run Bagex to the videos that are on that channel. And if they've only got one video, you have to understand it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Maybe create some other videos and upload them to the same channel. They don't have to be great videos, quick 20 or 30-second ones like I just did for you. Run Bagex to them. It's like trying to rank a 1-page website versus trying to rank a 10-page website. So maybe the video they're paying you for is a really good one and they're paying you a decent amount of money. You don't want to create 10 videos exactly the same. So just create, just using the method that I showed you, an extra 5 or 10 videos, upload them, run Bagex to them, get them views, likes and that. It'll build up the channel authority. It'll make ranking the video you actually want to rank in Google that much easier. Run magic submitter campaigns to the YouTube video, share it on the social media sites, and they should be showing up in the web search. Okay. One second, let me just see. When you do the Bagex video, make clear how often we should run the like per week. Okay, I will definitely do that. If none of you have got any other questions, I will say thank you very much for watching this webinar. Just let me know whether this was interesting. Jeanette, I'll speak to you on Skype afterwards. Add me to Skype, Magic Submitter Tutorials. And I'll catch up with you regarding that. Hi, James. Thanks for the webinar. I only just got in. Will there be a replay? There definitely will be a replay. Where are the training videos for YouTube Xtractor? Let me just put a couple of links up here real quick. The Facebook page is facebook.com/groups/magic YouTube Xtractor. That's the Facebook group. If you're not already in the Facebook group, please make sure that you get in there. The training videos for YouTube Xtractor can be found here. Video keyword magic.com/help.html. I'm going to stick those two links in the chat box for you as well. So just bear with me 1 second. I'll send that to the entire audience. Those two links are, it might be .htm. If that .html doesn't work, try .htm. One of them will work. And so, yeah, I really, really appreciate your time. And yeah, I really appreciate it. The last thing that I want to say to you guys just before you go, actually, one of the ways when I create videos, this is just my final, somebody just said the video review pitch was a gold nugget and they appreciated it. So I just want to elaborate on that just real quick, because I know otherwise I'll put it down. It was something that I was meaning to talk to you about, so I'll just share it towards the end. I sometimes rank videos for clients that are out of town, that are not anywhere near me. The reason why I'm telling you to do that is because it'll build your confidence, and I genuinely 100% hope you create a video for somebody and you show it to them. I 100% hope you do that. But I don't only do that. I've got clients, like I said, in Norway. I've got clients in Spain. I've got clients in Greece. I've got clients in Colombia. I've got clients all over the place. And one of the reasons why is because imagine this now. You're all local business owners. You're all trying to find clients for local businesses, SEO. Imagine I was to ring you up and all of you put yourself in this position. You got a phone call out of the blue and you can use this pitch word for word because it works incredibly well. Imagine if I rang you up and I said, hey, my name's James. I'm a video marketer calling from Manchester in the UK. The reason that I'm calling you is a couple of months ago, I did a search in Google for the keyword SEO followed by whatever city it was I was calling. So I'm calling you and you live in Florida. I did a search for SEO Florida. I noticed it got 500 searches a month. So as a video marketer, I created a video. I ranked it. It's #1 in YouTube. It's #1 in YouTube videos and it's in Google videos. And it's #4 in Google. That video is currently generating me about 15 phone calls per month of people that are interested in talking to an SEO company to sort out their websites. As I've already told you, I'm based in Manchester, UK, so it's making it difficult for me to service those clients. I'm basically calling all SEO companies within your area to see if anybody would be interested in talking to these clients on my behalf. And you're the first person that was on the list, so it's your lucky day, you got the first call. Would you be interested in speaking to people that are looking for SEO services that live in Florida? If somebody was to ring you up and say that to you as an opening statement, it's a bit long-winded, but I don't let them cut me off. I say it from start to finish, and I don't just carry on going, because most people will say they're not interested to you before you've even told them what it is you're calling for. So I just bulldoze them with that pitch and I don't stop until I finish. And it makes people saying to me, I'm not interested, so much less, because who wouldn't be interested? They're an SEO company and I'm saying I've got people looking for SEO services that I want to give to them. Is that making sense? Okay, brilliant. So then they're going to want to know the details. Now, remember what I said to you earlier about the hairdresser. I'll say to the person on the phone, I don't know you and you don't know me, and we definitely don't know if we're going to work together. So I'm going to do something a little bit out of the ordinary. I'm already generating phone calls and I've got nowhere to put them. So as long as you can deliver what you're promising, I want to give you the first 5 leads for free. I'm going to track them through Twilio so that I can see what's going on. Once you've spoken to the first 5 customers, let's have a chat to see how much you're going to pay me to keep receiving these inquiries. And as we move forward in this relationship, it has to be financially viable for the pair of us. If I think you're making too much money, I'm going to ask for a bigger slice of the action. On the same basis, I respect the fact that if you're not making enough money, you're going to expect me to sacrifice a little bit of mine. So can I give you these first 5 leads? Who's going to say no to that? To me, like, nobody up to now has said no. I bulldoze them through the first part of the pitch so they hear it all. And that's why I can pick up clients. But obviously, I've got to have something ranked before I can ring up and give that pitch. If I'm ringing people up and saying, hey, I can rank a YouTube video for you, I haven't really got any proof for it, but can you give me $500 of your money and then I'm going to try? That's a little bit more difficult. It's a bit more of a hard sell. Okay, so you either need to go in with a testimonial video first because they don't know who you are, or they know who you are but they don't know your skill set. Go in with a testimonial video, show it to them, bulldoze them with, blind them with, I don't know what I'm looking for here. But I do know the word I'm looking for, but I can't say it on a webinar. It's a UK saying, so but basically, let them see something amazing. They'll be really happy with it, and then they'll want to work with you anyway. Or offer them a handful of leads for free first because you've already got something ranked. If you've got something ranked and it's not making you any money because you haven't got a buyer, you'd be foolish to not just offer it to somebody for free in exchange for them taking the leads if they're happy with them. Because just basically you'd be foolish for it. You might as well just have somebody having them, because worst case scenario is they take the 5, they don't want them, but who cares? At least you know now what's happened with those 5. When you ring the next person, you can say, I sent 5 leads to the last guy, he closed 2 of them, he wasn't interested, but if you can close 4 deals a month, how much is that worth to you as a business? Okay, let me send them to you instead, you pay me X for them. Okay? Guys, I really hope you've all found it interesting and helpful and insightful. Any other questions, post them in the Facebook group. I really look forward to connecting with you there. And again, as I said at the start of the webinar, try this strategy, show it to somebody, and then post in the Facebook group to tell me what they said. It'll just be interesting to see the kind of outcomes that you're getting from following this strategy. I really appreciate your time, and I really look forward to connecting with you again. Thank you.